Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about the urban legends, but the 10th part. Let's get into it. So, in this book, we kind of get introduced to like this whole little monologue about Donatello, and how he kind of explains that he is part cyborg, and at first being part cyborg freaked him out, right? But now he's cool that he is enjoying it, feeling more powerful, more badass, being a killer too, death machine. And at first I thought he the computer side of him was corrupting his mind, because I thought because he said something about, in fact, I came here to Midway City to kill somebody. My brother Leonardo. So I thought, okay, maybe the cyborg side of him actually is finally taking over. Maybe the cyborg side of him is, controlling him, make him want to kill Leonardo. That honestly would have been, a pretty decent, or pretty cool fight scene. But of course that didn't happen. It was Donatello just giving Leonardo hell for where's his car, right? So Leonardo informs Donnie that the car got taken apart, and then Leo asks Donatello where can he find Michelangelo and Raphael? And Donatello says there are some things in Chicago that they went to see. Now, the fact that they said Chicago is yeah, because Chicago's, I live I'm doxing myself to a certain extent, but I live not too far from Chicago, and so the fact that they're going to Chicago is oh snap, okay. I'm a little jittery now. And that's actually where C2E2 has been at being this Chicago's first time Comic-Con, which I am totally planning to go this year to C2E2, but that's I'll make a video of that Anyways, so we go in Chicago, we see that there's this alien guy, named Dragon, who's on the police force, and we see a crime scene, right? And he's updating the, this is what the reporter says, right? This is Roxanne Wells, reporter for Channel 8 from the corner of Michigan and Fox Revenues, where police are investigating what may be the latest victim of the vampire killer. And they think, the Turtles thinks that these vampire killer killings might be related to Splinter. Maybe. That, or, it have to be something to Splinter, I'll lead them to Splinter. So, Dragon, reports, yada yada yada, moving along a little bit to the point where Dragon and the turtle, Leo and Mikey and Raph sees him, right? And Dragon tells Mikey and Raph that the outfits that they have on, the trench coats and hats, makes them look more suspicious that in Chicago, in this universe, is overrun by freaks. Practically just another word for mutants in this case. So, essentially, the Turtles tells Dragon, we're here because we think Splinter might be involved. He was transformed into a bat, and now we're trying to, find our father. And then, Dragon shows the Turtles a body, right? And I believe it was Raph said it wasn't Yeah, what's Raph that says, nah, it doesn't sound like Splinter. This killing, right? So, they see this spore. Right? Leo and, like, Dragon goes off to do his own thing. Leo and Raph does another. I mean, Leo and, Mikey and Raph does their own thing, right? Mikey and Raph sees this spore thing, right? And Raph wants something to eat, while Michelangelo says, I gotta do something. I'd rather do something else. So Raphael goes into this bar, have some drinks, talk some mad shit to other mutants. I mean, it's Raphael, so I'm not entirely surprised that Raph, being who he is, talk some mad shit and upset some people. I'm not surprised. So that definitely seems like something Raphael would do. And Michelangelo goes to this alien's home, and I think that her name's Sarah, right? Yeah, Sarah. And he just he's sort of friends with Dragon. He introduces himself as Michelangelo, and he says, maybe this wasn't such a good idea, but aside from the Dragon, you're the only person I know in this town. And then Michelangelo gives her flowers, and she says, oh, flowers! They look good. When I watch cartoons, I can make Pop-Tarts. And Michelangelo says, sure, sounds great. But I have a feeling, and maybe it's because of my dirty mind, that watching cartoons and popsicles ain't going to be the only thing Michelangelo and this Sarah mutant is going to do. If you guys get my drift. Anyways. And then there's this guy that knocks on April's door, right? And asks if Miss O'Neill is there. And April says that's probably, like, it's actually Casey's mother. And the guy says, oh, it's a lot of money. We have a lot of money. There's this little girl that we're trying to look for. So April says, I'll try to find Miss O'Neill for you. Or Miss Jones. She goes off, tells Shadow, Casey's daughter, to go hide. MC yells, run to the sewers to Uncle Leonardo. And she goes back to the door. April goes back to the door, says, I couldn't find him. So the guy says, thank you, ma'am. If you do find, please give me a call. It's very important. I'm sure it is. I don't know why I did. Well. And then, apparently, like, Leonardo was knocked out by Donatello. Donatello, built the car back more. New and improved by, some of Galahad's parts. And apparently, I guess this like, takes place. I didn't realize that this book, like, this version of the Turtles took place, like, in the late 90s, like, 90s to, like, 1996 to 1997, because, Leonardo says, Leslie's waking up, how the air car going? Coming. Donatello answers, it's finished. What do you think of the new and improved 1997 model? Pretty nifty, huh? So I'm guessing, like, this either is, like, in 1997 or late 1996 that Donatello pretty much says, fuck this, I'm just going to call it 1997, screw 1996. But yeah, I didn't realize that this took place in, like, the 90s. This is pretty neat. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Because, I'm a 96 baby, right? So this was like by the time of the recording, 26 years ago. I'm really enjoying this. Okay. And then Donatello, Leonardo sees Dragon. They go see what he's all about, like what he's doing. Dragon is trying to interrogate a person, try to find this bad person. His odds are not in his favor, so Leo and Donatello definitely hops in. And with a few hops and snaps, they go into this building that has this weird looking Terminator dude in it. And that's the end of part 6. Or, sorry, part 10 of the Urban Legends. So I am really interested in what will happen in here in the next issue. I just saw the first few images and it kind of confirmed at least a little bit of what I had like a theory of what was going to happen to a certain character that I kind of said earlier. I ain't going to say because I will cover that in the next issue, but really enjoy this. Been a blast reading this. I think my favorite part of this is we start out on like as like Donatello with a monologue, and it appears that he might actually kill Leonardo, which thankfully that wasn't the case, but I like that aspect. Like it made me believe for a second that Donatello was corrupt with the cyborg side and was actually going to legitly try to kill Leonardo. What else? I also like the whole like Chicago kind of hitting close to home a bit, but how Chicago's getting incorporated in here. And how this version of Chicago is like full of like it's the home of mostly mutants or freaks. So it's like I really enjoyed that aspect, and I like to see like Michelangelo is like there's this person or mutant that he's also friends with, and it's a lady too, and he seems to like her. I might be looking way too much into it, but he seems to like her. Who knows? So I don't know if it's like they're just going to do like popsicles and cartoons, or if they're going to get a little frisky. If you get my drift. But yeah, and the artwork, I don't think I really touched on the artwork in here all too much as I've been slowly reviewing this. But I really enjoy the artwork in here. I think the artwork is phenomenal. And I know I've been saying this a lot, fair amount, but if you guys are Nitro fans, highly recommend this. I'm enjoying it, every single second of it. But what do you fellow mutants think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And I'll talk to you fellow mutants later. Later, taters.